Hello, and today we'll have another trade review. Today I've made $1,250 trading the Nasdaq futures. As I said in the title, I was impatient and took an old setup, something that like 2 weeks ago stopped trading, switched to a newer, improved setup, and I got impatient. Yes, I didn't break my rules since it's still a setup for me, and it's it's a working setup. It's a great strategy. I just switched for a better risk reward. And I was off on mode in. I was afraid the move will leave me out, and I was just afraid of missing out on money. So this is the actual trade I took. I used the 5-minute inversion, not the 3-minute like I'm supposed to. Like, this is the only difference that in this whole leg there was no 3-minute inversion, so I just considered 5 minutes. My bias was bearish because of this gap. Honestly, that's like the only reason. We then still closed higher, but at the time, like, show you that. Okay, like here, back when I do the inverse, like it was bearish, kind of. I mean, we closed like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry, I'm stupid. I was bearish because of this high in the gap. Like, yes, it's also a gap that we got close above, but it's also a high for me, external high. Well, yeah, I mean, just so weird how here it shows. Oh, okay, it closed here. Okay, fine, whatever. Since we swept this high, I was looking lower down to this low as my bias, so I was only looking for shorts. And on the hourly as well, we swept this high, so I was just looking lower to this low and this low, and I used this low for a better risk reward. Could have used that one as well. Doesn't really matter for me. I just wanted a better risk reward. I could have also like put this one and put my stop loss tighter, but that would have like been too risky for me. I'd like to leave very close stop losses with this 5-minute entry. So once we had the 5-minute entry, I went down to the 1 minute and I was looking for this low, so for price to close below this low properly. Now we had this close that closed very aggressively below, but it was a very impulsive candle. We had this wick, really strong wick, and then it closed lower. I said, okay, I'll just wait for a proper close below this candle, and it will confirm that we'll want to go lower. So we had this close after it, which slightly below, but with this huge wick, so I decided not to take it. I then waited, and then only on this candle, price already closed lower with a pretty good candle. And that was my entry. We had a pretty fast take profit except this drawdown. But on my actual like strategy, if I was patient, I would have gotten like the perfect entry that I'll show you in a moment. Anyways, we had like, I mean, you see this candle, yeah, like 2 candles brought me to the profit pretty much from break even. I don't know what it was, some news, I don't care, it got me the profit. And my actual setup would have been this, as you can see here, wait. Okay, I would have taken this 3-minute inversion, and then on the 1 minute we had this first low, and then this next low lower than it. I would have entered on this candle, like, because this one just slightly closed below, and this one had the wick, so on the next one I would have entered short, and I would have been like for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes in drawdown. I would have gotten profit very fast, and I could have like risked more properly here. Just that would be it. Such a nice clean setup, and I was just a bit impatient and took my older setup, which is fine for me. Like, I don't have a strict rule about it. Both setups are performing well. This one would just give me a better risk reward in the sense of that I could risk here more. Well, that's it. For today, I just want to take for myself like to continue trading properly. Today, I was very strict about the trading time. I just like went to the side while I was at work, focused a bit on the charts. Just for next time, I think I will add a rule that that I will only trade my actual 3-minute entry setup. Not because of like that this was a problem, more so because I want to stick to just like one setup for now. Like using 2 different time frames for me to entries, like I don't want to do it for now. I would just rather not get a trade, I guess. Well, that's gonna be it for today.